What is up, guys? Today we have the new and improved Avengers Tower. So I'm going to take you through a detailed review of the entire things, the tower, and the minifigures and the side builds. So let's dive right in. Start off with the tower, and this thing is nearly 3 feet tall. So this thing is a beast. And also at the same time, it is structured very well and very aesthetically pleasing, because as you can see, the people who made this build, you can see all of the curves that they worked in that you see on the tower in the movies. And one of my favorite things is this curve right here, and it just looks really good from this angle and over here too. So first, let's just start off with the base of the model. So you can see on the sidewalk here, we have a trash can, a fire hydrant, a bench, and another bench over here. And also we have the Battle of New York Memorial. Also we have a light post, which you normally get on all the modulars. And around the back, we have a dumpster, as you always get in the Marvel modular building series. And also we have a box, and I'm not 100% sure what this is, but that's a sticker element on this black 1x2 tile. You can also see they did the partially tiled off kind of like rugged alleyway thing that they always do on the Marvel modulars. And also you can see on this door here, we have another sticker piece which has Captain America on it. Here we are back at the front, and you can see all of these glass panels that you use all throughout the build. And this part is actually like out of the wall. On the box art, it shows Hulk hanging on it. And also all of these blue panels that you use, blue glass panels that you use all throughout the build. And these ones are like curved, you can see. And it just continues up here in the tower too. And I just think it's really cool how they got all of this curve in here, and also some more curve back here that runs along down there. Then over here, there's more of the glass panels and more of the other glass panels. And then also, I really like this curve right here. Like it's like at a slant. That looks really nice. And then up here, we have the Avengers A, and it's also on the other side too. So then right here, we have the landing pad for the Quinjet. And then right up here, we have some glass panels again. There's like a sunroof. And then up here, we have some antennas, and also the thing that opens up the portal for the Jatari in the first Avengers movie. And we have a ladder that enables you to get up there, and also a railing here. And then by the Avengers symbol on this side, we also have a bird. So now let's open up the thing and get a closer look. As you can see, I've taken off the side part of the build, which will allow us to get a look on the inside. So on the first floor, you can see there is white tiling on the floor, along with 2 black chairs, the Tesseract, a vending machine, and also a desk for the secretary or whoever it is that you might have sitting behind there. And also we have an elevator, which also continues up throughout most of the build. On the second floor, we have tiling on the floor again, which is light gray. We have some broken glass from the battle of the 2 Captain Americas in Endgame. Then we also have this little black piece right here, which allows one of the Captain Americas to be on the floor. And you can see there's a shield, one of Captain America's shields up there. And we have 2 tan-colored seats. Then also, we have a bench there with a computer screen, also the Mind Stone. And then if I can just, let me see. Oh, up here. We have Jarvis on the right, and then also Ultron on the left. And then, as I said before, we have the bridge right here that the Captain Americas were fighting on, which led them down here to the broken glass. As you can see on the 3rd floor, we have Iron Man's sort of workshop area. Right here in the front is kind of the Iron Man suit stand where he sets up his suits. And then right here on the right, we also have Dummy, which I'm going to take out for now because we're going to get a closer look at him later. And here on the left, we have Iron Man's sort of work bench. And then we have some drawers, a cup, and also a little figure right there. Maybe represents a mini Iron Man suit. And then also, I think that's supposed to probably be an arc reactor. And in the back, we have a wrench. And then also some blueprints right there. That's Ultron on it. And then also we have this screen right here that has Iron Man's suit on it. I think that is, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be like Pepper's suit that he is creating for her. And also we have Loki on the screen back here, and I think the Quinjet up here, and also a couple other screens, and then the elevator. Up on the 4th floor, we have what's supposed to be Hulk's cage, which is kind of odd that it's in the Avengers Tower, since in the movies it's in the helicarrier, but it still looks cool in this room. And then we also have some newspapers right there. And then we have Zola, or whatever his name is, from the Captain America movies. And also in the back, you can see we have the elevator with some sticker elements. Then up here on the 5th floor, we have, as I mentioned before, the landing pad. And then if you look closely in here, we have, it shows the scene that you see in Age of Ultron, where the Avengers are trying to lift Thor's hammer. And also the table has a little piece of paper on it, which we can see up here. Yeah, it's another newspaper. And then also a glass to drink from, and 2 tan couches, which are just identical bills. And also a little drink bar right over there, a plant, also a lamp, and a TV screen with a sticker element of Hulk on the news, and another sticker element right there. Up here, we have a comic book there in the back, and also some crates with some other items on top of there. Then also we have the puny god scene where Hulk smashes Loki into the ground and makes a big mess. And right up here on the, I guess, 6th floor, sort of, we have Loki's staff, a computer, and also some more screens up here with some, which all have sticker elements, and also a keyboard. And then here's the kind of balcony, kind of deck area that has the railing on it. And then up here, this thing can close back down, and then just some more stuff up there that I've already talked about before. So now we can get on to the smaller mini builds. First off, we have the Leviathan build, which also comes with this nice stand that you can use to make him look like he's flying. And I really like this build. It looks a lot like how it does in the movie, and I feel like it's just the perfect size, even though obviously it's it's a mini scale of it because they just can't make it as big as it is in the movie. But I think it's just the perfect size, and also the detailing on it is very, very nice. Yeah, and it just looks a lot how it does in the movie, and I just feel like they really did a good job with it, with the pieces they had and used. And you can also see in the front, his mouth can open, and also, like, yeah, basically all of his limbs can all articulate and move around. You can move all this around. Also, his little scaly things right here, you can, like, pull these in and out and just put them kind of wherever you want it. Here are two Jatari vehicles. The front of this one and this one are the same build, and I think they both look very nice. This one can just fit one Jatari on it, and this one can fit two people on it. So in the back, this is where, like in the movie, Loki would ride, and then a Jatari would be here around the front. And then I also feel like these are detailed very nice, and it really represents how they look in the movie. And yeah, they just did a really good job on these two. Here's the Quinjet, which the wings can go down and also can go back up. So like when it lands, they're up like that. When they're down, it can like fly. And also these little wings in the back can also move around. You can see on the bottom it has its landing gear, so it can also slide around on the ground. And in the front, it has this glass panel right here that can come up so that you can put your figure in here. It has some nice sticker elements in there, and this can only fit one figure. And it also has some guns on the sides there. And then, yeah, I mean, this is very small, but considering how big the set is, it can't really be much bigger because, as you see, you're supposed to put this in here. So if it was any bigger, it wouldn't really work. You can see you can also like slide it back even more and get it all the way like into like the hanger there. But then you can also slide it back out. Yeah, but I still like it even though it's small. I feel like this is also the perfect size, just like the Leviathan. Yeah, so I think that this is a very good build, and I think they did a good job with the amount of pieces that they could really use on it. Right here we have two builds that you can use to hook onto the tower. Right here is Mark 8 that you see in Avengers 1, which like flies down the tower to catch Tony before he falls to his death. So yeah, you can just hook this right on the tower. The same with this one. And also, this has some very nice sticker elements on it, and it looks a lot like how it did in the movie. And also, we have a portal here that can also hook onto the tower, which you would most likely put the figure Wong on it, because that's how it is on the box art. And now we'll move on to the minifigures. So first off, we have Tony Stark and the Iron Man suits that come in the set, and also we have a hairpiece right here that you can use for one of the Tonys that is in the Iron Man suit. So on the left, we have the Tony that you see in the first Avengers movie, and he has a good print on his shirt there on the front, and also you can see he has some in the back. And he has this little neck piece that comes around to his back here that you can use for him to hook on in the air to Mark 8. And no printing on the bottom on his pants there, which is perfectly okay because he still looks very good the way he is. And on Mark 8 in the middle, he has very, very nice printing. This is also the same one that you see in the big Quinjet that they came out with recently. He has some good printing on his legs and his torso, and also his helmet looks quite nice. And he also has some printing on his back, and he also has some elements that you use to put on his feet and his hands to indicate that he is flying. On the right, we have Mark 6, a damaged Mark 6 that you see in Avengers 1. He has also very nice printing which are on his legs, his torso, and he also has a very nice head too. Or helmet, should I say. And also on the back, he has some very nice printing there also. Here what the heads on the Iron Mans look like without the helmets on. And I really like Tony's face here. I really like this new printing that they did on his face. It looks very nice, so that'll like be what you would use when he's inside of his suit. And then also on the right, we just have this trans blue head that just indicates that no one's in the suit right now. And on the back, you can see Tony has his just plain face, and the head on the Tony on the right and the middle here are both just the same head pieces, which is perfectly okay. Here are the two Captain Americas we see in Endgame. So basically, they are very similar because the torso and the pants are the same piece, but the head and the hairpiece and helmet are different. And also the one on the left here has a Captain America shield, but you can also put a Captain America shield in this one if you want. So you can just use the one that is already in the tower. So on the back, they also have printing as well as in the front. Here's what this Captain America looks like without his helmet piece. Then also they both have face expressions on the back side too, which is a very nice touch. Here's Thor, and I really like this piece that you use to make the hammer look like it's flying, like he just threw it. And then also you have the lightning that just jets out right there. And then the figure itself has a very nice printing on his torso, no leg printing though, and he has these like silverish arms. On his face, you can see he has the lightning coming out of his eyes and a very nice hairpiece, and also a cape on the back. He also has a secondary face printing on the back that is just his normal resting face when like he's not fighting. If you lift up his cape piece, you can see more printing that comes around to the back of his torso. Here is Black Widow. She has a very nice torso printing and also leg printing. And she also has some arm printing on her sides. And she also is holding this, I think, gun, or I'm not totally sure what that's supposed to represent. But she also has this very cool hair piece. And on the back, the torso printing continues. She also has this sort of fighting, angry face that is on the back here. Here is the Wasp and also the mini Ant-Man piece. The Wasp has some good torso printing there and also a very nice helmet. And on the back, she has wings. And you can see that the torso printing does go back on the back of her torso as well. And the printing on this Ant-Man piece is pretty crazy if you ask me. It just looks, it's crazy what they can get on there for how small he is. Although it does not have any printing on the back of the piece, which is too bad, but it still looks very nice. Here is the Wasp's face underneath the helmet. That's basically just her resting face. And then she also has a like fighting, mad expression on the back. She also comes with this ponytail hair piece that you can use if you would rather her not wear her helmet. Here's Hawkeye, and he has very, very good torso and leg printing. This is probably the best Hawkeye they have ever made. He also has this very interesting hair piece that looks very good. And he also has a really good face also, and he has a little glove on his left hand, and he also has his bow, which looks very, very good, and his arrows on the back, and then also torso printing that continues on his back. Here we have Wanda. She has a very nice torso printing. Also, here is her angry face here in the front, where she has her red eyes. She's also holding these little like magic red things. And she has a very, very good hairpiece. I really like the hairpiece. She also has this little skirt piece right there and no leg printing. She also has a resting face, and also on the back here you can see the torso printing continues. Now we have Falcon here. His wings look very good, although they do use sticker elements, which aren't always my favorite. I don't think they're anyone's favorite. But he also has a very nice head there, and you can see the band of his like goggle things goes around. He has a very interesting hairpiece that I do like. He has a good torso printing and also good leg printing there, and he has 2 pistols. And on the back, you can see the torso printing continues, which looks very nice. Here we have one of my favorite minifigures in the set, which is Vision. One of the things I like the most is his leg, these trans blue legs that looks like he's partially phasing. Looks very nice. He also has some leg printing, torso printing, and his face looks very nice, and the print on his face also continues to the back. You can see his torso printing also continues behind his cape there, and also the cape looks very nice. You can see this cape is also partially phased. Next up is War Machine, and I love the way War Machine looks, and we don't get very many War Machine minifigures, so I'm very happy to be getting this in this set, and I thought War Machine was a very nice inclusion in the set. And you can see he has leg printing and torso printing. He also has a very nice helmet, and he has these elements that he has on his feet and his hands that indicates that he's flying. He also has this little turret thing in the back that shoots, that just hooks onto his back there, and also the torso printing continues on his back. If we take off his helmet, you can see a good looking face there, and no printing on the back of his head. We now have Pepper Potts. She has a nice torso printing, no leg printing, and she is holding on to a little tablet touchscreen thing there that looks nice. It has a sticker print. And she also has this kind of basic hair mold, but the color is definitely interesting. And also the torso printing continues on the back. And she also has a angry face on the back of her head there. Here we have Wong, which has torso printing and no leg printing. He has a good looking face, and then also some more torso printing on the back. And you can see he is holding 2 magic things right there. Also, when you build Wong, he also comes with this hot dog. I have no idea why, but if you know, leave it down in the comments. Now we have Nick Fury here. He has leg printing and torso printing. Also, the torso printing goes along in the back too. He has a very nice face, which also continues onto the back of his head. He is holding a gun and then also a walkie-talkie. Next up, we have Dr. Cho, which we see in Avengers Age of Ultron. She has a good-looking torso printing, which also continues along the back. No leg printing. And she also is holding on to this little shot thing. And then she has this hairpiece that has the bun on top. Her face is also dual printed, so she has this scared face on the back here. Next up, we have Hulk here, which I think is one of the best Hulks they've ever made. One of the reasons is because you can take off his head and his hairpiece. And another thing, he has a good-looking face, and then also his hairpiece looks very nice. He has these gray pants. Then also on the back, you can see he has studs, which you can use to hook something onto his back. Now we have Dummy, which isn't really a minifigure, but Lego counts him as a minifigure, so I guess that's what I'll call it, because he is a brick build, which I think he looks very good and really represents what he's supposed to and how he looks in the movie. Now we have Eric Selvig, which I don't know if we have gotten a minifigure for or not, but he has some good-looking printing on his torso there, and also some more printing on the back there, no leg printing. And he has just kind of a basic hair piece there, and his face printing looks very good, a new face print. On the back, he has another face printing, which is kind of an angry face. And that reminds me, I kind of wish that they did his mind control face for that print on the back there. And I also wish that they did that for Hawkeye and Dr. Cho as well. But Eric Selvig is holding on to this computer here in his hand. Next up, we have the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents that we see in Endgame. They are essentially the same minifigures besides the headpieces. So they have good-looking torso prints that also continue on the back and say S.H.I.E.L.D. So on the left, we have Tony Stark that's actually disguised as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. He's also holding on to the briefcase that has the Tesseract in it, or supposed to, because the Tesseract can't actually fit in the Lego suitcase version. And then these two S.H.I.E.L.D. agents are just kind of generic S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. We have a male on the left and a female on the right. They are both holding the same guns, and the girl on the right has some handcuffs. Next up, we have Alexander Pierce, which I don't think we have ever gotten a set, which it is nice that we do now. And he has a very good-looking torso print on the front and also the back. I do like his hairpiece also, and his face is, I think, a new face, which also looks really good. Now we have the Jataris, which are all basically the same minifigures other than these two on the left have guns. And I really like the way they look. They look a lot how they do in the movie. And they have nice torso printing, no leg printing. And they also have good-looking faces. And the face detailing goes on the back of their head, too. And they also have good torso printing that continues on the back as well. Now we have Loki. He has leg and torso printing, which both look very, very good. He also has a very interesting and good-looking helmet that you see in the movie, and I feel like they just nailed the design there. You can also see he has a good-looking face and also has a cape on the back. If you lift up the cape, you can see that his torso printing continues on the back there, and then he also has another face print on the back, which shows when he gets captured, and they put that muzzle on his mouth, which you see at the end of the Avengers movie. Loki also comes with this very good-looking hairpiece, which I feel like really represents what his hair looks like in the movie, and I feel like they nailed it with this hair mold. Next up, we have Ultron, which I absolutely love. He's one of my favorite minifigures because, his printing just looks so good. Just, all that detail you see on his torso and also his legs. And then it continues on the back of his torso there, which also looks great. And you can see that he also has these pieces that you use to make him look like he's flying on his hands and also underneath his feet. And then on the head, he also looks very, very good. And then it also continues on the back, which I just absolutely love. Yeah, he just looks absolutely amazing. I just feel like they just outdid themselves with this torso and leg and head printing. And last but not least, we have Kevin Feige, which is the producer and president of Marvel Studios. And you can see he's holding his, lunch there in his hand, and then also some coffee. He is also wearing an Avengers hat. He has a good face printing and also torso printing, no leg printing, and then also his torso printing continues on the back. Well, that's the end of the review portion of this video, but stay because I'm going to be placing the Avengers Tower in my city. And here it is, guys, in the city, and I must say, it is looking absolutely amazing. I didn't even realize just how much it would, just come above all of these other buildings and make them look like the puniest thing ever, because, it almost makes, the Daily Bugle look kind of puny, which I didn't think was really possible, but yeah, this exceeded my expectations for how it looks, and I just think it looks absolutely amazing in the city. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff. See ya.